He approached his Vice Chancellor, drew out a knife and lodged it straight in his chest, just because he didn't like him. A little after Nigeria's independence in 1960, there was an ethnic war in Nigeria. This whole period was in 1965, and the second Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos had just been appointed. And a man from the eastern region was one who was removed for the man who was from a southern region. The then government thought, oh, this will solve the issue. But these scholars were not having it. They didn't want to be part of any ethnic war. They wanted things the way it was. When the University of Lagos was established, the first Vice Chancellor, Professor Eni Njoku, was appointed and he served 3 years. When he was appointed, everybody loved him, even though he was from the eastern region. The ethnic tension has not yet begun at this time. Fast forward to 3 years after his first tenure, he was supposed to be elected for a second term. But some powers that be thought, they didn't want this guy. Especially people from above, they just thought they wanted somebody from that region. It became chaotic at some point, and the government then under Tafawa Balewa decided to step in. They then mediated and appointed a new Vice Chancellor, Professor Sabiru Biobaku. This man also was a scholar. At the time, he was with no fault, but nobody wanted this guy there. And the students were furious. They just thought, Njoku was good enough, leave him there to continue what he was doing. But because of the chaos at the time, the government had already stepped in and did what they wanted to do. And so, the campus was on fire. Massive protests everywhere. On one of those protests, the Vice Chancellor came out to address the entire students where he could see them. And while he was addressing them, a particular guy called Kayode Adams approached him with a knife, pulled it out of his jacket and plunged it straight into his chest. Now, Kayode Adams was a strong supporter of Njoku, and by the name Kayode, you already know he's also from the western region. So why would you be supporting someone from the eastern region when everybody had an ethnic tension? You see, scholars at the time believed that all this ethnic tension was not their thing. They didn't want to be involved. They were more progressive than that. The stab wound was a bit serious. They quickly rushed Professor Biobaku to the hospital. Gladly, he survived. Because according to his name, Biobaku, meaning what if he doesn't die? Kayode Adams was later arrested for attempted murder, but after the trial, he was confined to the Yaba Psychiatric Hospital, of which he was then rusticated from the university. And Professor Biobaku came back and was still VC up till 1971.